dev talk, where we are going to take a short interview from the developer and the speaker. And we are at the conference of the PiterPy. Yeah. So introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, well, my name is Mario Corchero. I'm a team lead of Python infrastructure London for Bloomberg, where I do kind of infrastructure work and development for the company. But also I'm currently the organizer of PyLondinium conference in London, and I'm also heavily involved in Python Spain, and I do some work for the PSF from time to time. I'm basically a Python passionate. A community passionate, yeah.
Yeah, actually, me too. But so Bloomberg has Python developers, and what do they do? How many do they have?
Well, so we have, I think it's something around 4,000 developers in total. I cannot tell you exactly how many Python.
4,000?
Yeah, so yeah, Bloomberg is
not 400.
No, 4,000. Well, I'll have to have a look, but it's something around there. So the number of employees, I believe it's around 19,000. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, something around a fourth is
Forgive me my dumb question, but I think Bloomberg is a media, right? So
no,
why would you need so many developers?
Yeah, so that's really interesting, because Bloomberg quite often is indeed known by just like the TV channel, or maybe like just the media part of it. But Bloomberg, it's basically you can see it as the main provider of financial information around the world. So it's
like quotes or currency.
Yeah, like whatever information you need. If you need to know the price of anything, or you need to make any predictions, or you even want to trade for Bloomberg, like it's the leading information. You can see like all banks will use Bloomberg, all governments, like any big association that has any connection with financial markets is using Bloomberg today. And then there's a lot of development in getting all that data into our system and then pushing that data to our customers. And we need, of course, like best people to be able to do this work. And that's why we have so many developers.
And how many of them are Python developers?
So I said I cannot give you a number, but we have multiple.
Approximately.
I don't know, maybe something around 2,000. So we have multiple languages that we consider like core languages. So the core languages we have are C++, JavaScript, and Python. So these three languages are kind of the official language that kind of everyone should know in the company.
And I guess being an employer with such amount of Python developers, your company probably running the events, maybe internal events for Python,
yeah. So we have what we call internal Python meetup. We do a meetup every month in New York and London. We usually change, sometimes as well in San Francisco, and we're trying to see if we can do it in Tokyo as well, because we are trying to kind of make everyone keep learning Python within the company, right? And at the same time, we try to collaborate as much as possible with the rest of the community. So for example, 2 weeks ago, we just hosted a sprint for PyPA, which is the Python Package Authority, where everyone worked on pip and other open source tools. This was all sponsored by Bloomberg, and we were trying to coordinate it. And we've done some other events like PyLondinium is mainly sponsored all by Bloomberg, but still we want not just to organize them, we really want to help the events that are already happening. And we sponsor PyCon US, we are sponsored for the PSF. Bloomberg is committed to the open community that's already there, more than trying to organize things themselves.
And speaking in countries and cities, where can you from?
Sorry, so can you say that again?
I mean, you're from London or?
Yes, I'm Spanish. I'm Spanish, but so I've spoken in PyCon US, in EuroPython, and some other regional conferences, and we have people that speak as well in many conferences around the world. Like our company promotes our employees to go to conferences to learn and to speak as much as possible.
You gave a talk both at PyCon US and EuroPython,
yeah.
I believe. How would you describe the difference between
the two of them?
Yeah,
this is interesting.
If I am correct, it's the two major Python events in the world.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so it's interesting. So I've wondered about this a lot, because even if they are the kind of the biggest conference in Europe and the biggest conference in US, it's true that they have some kind of a different feeling. EuroPython maybe feels a little bit more, maybe a little bit more corporate, not in a bad way, but you can see it in small things like, for example, the conference is run on a weekday, whilst PyCon US targets more a weekend, and there are some small things that feel most like that. But to be fair, the level on both is really good, and they are both really good conferences.
I've actually never been in one of them too, but I really want to because I want to gain experience, which I can use as an organizer of events myself. And previously, before this camera wasn't turned on, you've mentioned that you're an organizer of events yourself.
Yeah.
What did you mention? What did you mean?
So this all started because, so the truth is, so I was with Juanlu, which is also part of the board of, well, he's the president of the board of Python Spain. And we were in a situation where we had no venue to host like one of the PyCon Spain. And we had no community to host it because we try to change the community every year. And I said, like, you know what, I'll do it with some friends. And well, we organized together the first conference that I organized, which was PyCon Spain. And then when I finished, which was I have to say, was really hard, and I promised myself not to do it again. Mm-hmm. But when I got to London, I realized that there was no conference in London, and I was like, there are like, I don't know how many developers are in London for Python, right? But it made no sense that we didn't have a conference.
A lot. I believe it's the biggest startup hub in
So, and then at the same time, I know that Bloomberg is really committed to helping the Python community. So I went to Bloomberg and said, like, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we do a conference here in London? And they were totally up for it. And then we started to organize PyLondinium, which was the first conference we did. PyLondinium. So PyLondinium is like the Latin name of London. This is all because so we organized it in the headquarters of Bloomberg, which on the underfloor, on the underground, it has a Roman temple. So we played a little with a Roman theme in the conference. Which
it sounds great, actually.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good. Cool. I'm happy.
How many days or how many tracks you have?
So we had.
How many years in a row you're running it?
This is the first time we run it. So we did it this summer.
Year.
Yeah, we did it this summer. We had 230 attendees, and we had 2 tracks. But what I was really impressed is we had amazing speakers. We had C Python core developers. We have a Django core developer. Like we had many people that are contributing to Jupyter. Like the quality of the speakers was amazing, and I think that's what drive a lot of people to come to the conference. Also, it's worth saying that because Bloomberg was covering all the costs, all the money of the conference went directly to the Python Software Foundation. So all the money that was
that's great stuff.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great project, and we are probably going to run it again this year. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, I would love to visit it one day.
Please come this summer.
I'm
you are absolutely invited to come.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
And I guess this was Mario from Bloomberg.
Thank you.